Hello, friends. I'm here to talk about Clinton Road. They say it's the most haunted road in all of the US. And with a name like Clinton, it automatically brings to mind images of demons and goblins. So, without further ado, let's read some fucking stories. Clinton Road, a dark ride. What is it about this road? Why are there so many strange and frightening stories told about this particular byway, which winds its way through the dark forests of West Milford in Passaic County, New Jersey? It is the isolation of Clinton Road that makes it such a ripe candidate for modern... That's a question, I'm sorry. Is it the isolation of Clinton Road that makes it such a ripe candidate for modern mythology? Originally featured in the number 10 issue of the Weird NJ magazine, Clinton Road seemed to strike a nerve amongst our readers, and the floodgates opened. Before long, we were receiving dozens of stories of bizarre experiences that people had on this long and winding road. Some readers related personal remembrances of the street that dated back 25 years or more. It's possible Clinton Road is actually no scarier than any other road, but it must possess the elements necessary to put people in touch with their own most deep-rooted fears. Whatever the reason may be, one fact is indisputable. Clinton Road possesses some kind of indefinable, yet undeniable power. Sounds spooky already. I wonder what the problem is. I wonder, maybe it's werewolves, or maybe it's Klansmen. And I don't know. Maybe this road is fucking based. We'll see. The ghost of Clinton Road. If you ever decide to travel down Clinton Road at midnight, stop at the bridge by Dead Man's Curve. As the story goes, if you sit on that bridge and throw pennies into the river, the ghost of a young boy will throw them back to you. I live in West Milford, and over this Columbus Day weekend, my friends and I decided to find out for ourselves what is true and what is not. We sure as hell did. It was a foggy, rainy night. We went to the bridge and threw a quarter off. Not but a minute later, you hear the bloop, as if you dropped the quarter in again. The water filled with ripples and a child's reflection appeared. I flew back into the car. That scared all of us, said Dina from West Milford. Frankly, she sounds, like a woman, basically. That doesn't sound scary at all. And if I had some fucking evidence of ghostly activity, you're damn right, I'd be streaming that for you. Talking shit on it about how the ghost is a fucking nerd. It'd be great. My friend lived in West Milford right off of Route 23 and across from Clinton Road. We used to play in the woods behind her house, and we would pretend that someone was chasing us. The strange thing is that sometimes we would turn around and actually see someone chasing us. It was this dirty-looking barefoot kid in overalls. He always had a stick in his hands. He would chase us all the way to the edge of the woods, but he would be gone by the time we got to my friend's swing set in the backyard. We never knew who he was or if he was real, but no one lived in the woods behind my friend's house. We always called this boy Jackson White, although I don't know where we got that name or what it even is. Spooky Ghost Boy. It's right out of Are You Afraid of the Dark from Nickelodeon. You guys remember that? The kid just wanted a sweater. That episode scared me. It scared the shit out of my pants. Clinton Road, witches can crawl inside your mind. This is what I like to see. This is the type of content that I enjoy. I grew up in West Milford, which we all know is rich in weird folklore. I've heard all the stories, and as a teen used to hang out in most of the places you featured. After high school, I started working in Clinton's hospital's emergency room, the night shift. One Saturday night, an ambulance brought in a woman kicking and screaming with third-degree burns on her legs. She was high on heroin and claimed to be a witch. I asked the ambulance driver where they found her. Walking along Route 23, near Clinton Road, he said. So you know it's no good. She's on the witch's alley. She's a witch on the witch's alley on dope. According to this woman, she was up there with a group of people worshiping Satan when they decided to throw her into a bonfire. She escaped with bad burns. After, we gave her something to bring her down from the drugs. You gave her drugs to bring her down off the drugs. She became extremely violent to the point where I had to tie her down with leather restraints. She was yelling things like, "My powers are too strong for you!" and "I'm going to crawl into your mind." Well, it must have worked, because I haven't forgotten about her. I'll tell you, I'm not sure that's a good strategy. If someone's like fucking blackout insane on drugs, the last thing you want to do is give them more fucking sedatives to make them more blackout insane. Not the strategy that I would go through. I don't know. Who could say? And also, she's lucky she was on heroin, or else that being thrown into that bonfire would have really fucking hurt, you know? She would have felt the fucking skin grafting, I think. Beware, the grayish whitish wolf with red eyes and yellowish eyes. I had that Yu-Gi-Oh card, by the way. That was the best Yu-Gi-Oh card. I never thought my first trip to Clinton Road would be horrifying. Myself and two friends drove up there one night. As we were turning, in the bushes appeared to be a grayish, whitish wolf with red and yellowish eyes. God, tongue twister. My reaction to this was screaming at the top of my lungs. My friend then asked me what was wrong. I said nothing. Later on, no joke, my friend told me about his first trip where he also saw a grayish, whitish wolf with red and yellowish eyes running in the bushes. And I'm sure they explained it exactly the same way, and it was just total coincidence. Freaky, huh? From Amy, from a place I can't pronounce, Pequannock. Clinton Road is so scary, you'll pee and fart and coom your pants. I'm from Upper Greenwood Lake. My parents, myself, and some friends rode bikes the entire 10-mile length of Clinton Road when I was very young. I remember stopping at the bridge where everyone was feeling the ride. They all started going for a swim. I had to go to the bathroom, but found a place where I could still see everyone, but they couldn't see me. I found a rock and went to do my thing. Just squat down and poop right on a rock. When I looked behind me, there was a bloody shirt. I didn't notice it until I had my pants down around my knees. Then I started screaming. Everyone came running over. I was so freaked out. I ended up peeing all over my pants. Then there were noises in the backwoods. I swear I have never seen so many grown people run for their bikes. My heart was beating fast, and I was scared. I'm trying to get like context of it. So there's a bloody t-shirt. I'm thinking someone got caught in the woods without toilet paper, and there was some hemorrhoid action involved. Most logical scenario. My mother grabbed me and put me on the back of her bike. My father grabbed my bike and carried it as we all rode off. I kept my eyes closed and my head dug into the back of my mother's shirt the whole ride. I just want to really let you know that Clinton Road is not only scary at night, but it's really freaky during the day. Since that day, I had never gone down to that road, and I really don't think I ever could again even now. That was from Cindy, who literally saw nothing but a shirt. And all the cowardly adults that were watching her. Clinton Road, not a joke. I've been a resident of West Milford for practically my entire life. I'm 18 years old, and I have a lot of eyewitness info on Clinton Road. The first and most important fact is that this road is not a joke. Many of the stories you hear are not rumors. In fact, most of them are true. However, every story does have exaggerations. The facts are that many dismembered bodies are found in the woods off Clinton Road. Cross Castle did exist. If you go to the wrong place, you will be chased. The KKK does have gatherings there, and there is Satan worship. Fucking based! The strange animals are there, and no one knows what they are. Many people have a theory that some of the survivors from jungle habitat have interbred. As far as exaggerations go, save your quarters. I've wasted a lot of money at that bridge. So all in all, if you're going to check out Clinton Road, be careful, be smart, or else you'll be the next tale. So a couple things mentioned there. The strange animals. They talk about a lot of strange animals in this area, and then survivors from jungle habitat. Well, jungle habitat was it was like a safari park that was in the area that just like shut down back in like the 50s or 60s. And they just like abandoned all the animals there. So a lot of them just fucking died there. And a lot of them, they say, escaped. And for a while there were sightings of strange animals. And like, I don't want to say like not like monstrous animals, but like you'd see like a fucking kangaroo, or there'd be a fucking lion walking around. There'd be sightings like that in the area, like shortly after the park closed down and they didn't do anything about the animals. So the theory is that those animals are interbreeding with local animals. I don't know how that works. I don't know how a deer breeds with a fucking lion or whatever. I'm just not sure, but hey, they're out there. The Clinton Road cop. Wow, was this a scary place. I was there a few times before, and it wasn't that bad. Except when we got a flat in the center of the 10-mile road. When the cop asked what we were doing, we lied. We asked why he was on such a scary road. His reply was, I'm only out here because I have a gun. So, they had a flat on this fucking road, and they lied to the cops for literally no reason, as if that's not a fucking crime. And then they grilled the cop as to, hey, you don't have to know. I'm not telling you why I'm here. Why are you here? Why? He had a gun. That's the answer. The ghosts of the dangerous curves on Clinton Road. I am a resident of West Milford, but I am now away at school in Ithaca, New York. I'm 18, and ever since I was little, there have been stories about Clinton Road. From the ghosts of people that died in car accidents on a dangerous curve. Ghosts of Cross Castle, it was knocked down, but there's still rubble. Ghosts of the Iron Forge, and numerous accounts of cult stories. There is also a haunted nudist colony between Paradise and Clinton Road. Now that's a place I want to see, where there's just like ghosts walking around with their dong out. And the worst, it's probably like old people. It's probably like just like floppy old titties and like balls hanging down to their knees, and they're just ghosts. It's weird. The ghosts of the dangerous curve are said to be visible if you drive up to it at midnight, then turn off your car lights. It is also said that on the island in the center of the reservoir there are many satanic rituals, including KKK happenings, taking place using animal sacrifices. I am not confirming these stories, but I do know they have reached Patterson. So I like all the conflation of KKK with Satanism, when it seems to me that the KKK was a specifically Protestant organization. I'm not sure that they're doing animal sacrifices. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to look into it further. I'll have to go to my local meeting in the woods. Hey brother, give me a robe. This is based, brother. Traveling Clinton Road. For years now, friends and I have avoided malls and social places in order to find the mysteries on the back roads of this lovely state. When I first heard of Weird NJ, I was in love. This is what New Jersey is about, and this is a genius guide around the state. Clinton Road, located off Route 23 in northern New Jersey, was one of the first places I've explored after seeing Demon's Alley and the Jackson White houses in Ringwood. So we hear the name of Jackson White brought up again. That's interesting. Maybe that grants further study. I have heard rumors of midgets, albinos, and Nazis on Clinton Road. What's the difference? What's the difference between these guys? They're the same thing. The first thing I saw was the big rock pyramid. I thought originally it was a conspiracy, but later rational minds insisted that it was an old lime kiln from the old days. I still doubt it. Probably Bigfoot. I used the pyramid and several other sites on the road in a film I made titled The Drip Divest. From Soup to Nuts. It's a must-see, okay. Maybe we'll watch that and laugh at how shitty it is one day. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any albinos. No, you're fortunate, man. They're hideous. You don't want to look at them. You'll be having nightmares about them. But I have heard that in the woods, there's an old foundation of a castle that was once there. Once, after walking in the woods, we returned to find a warning post on the car. We called the number on it, and they said we needed a permit to walk around. When asked what exactly was back in those woods, the person just said lakes and trails. More doubt or sheer ignorance. So all in all, Clinton Road has got to be checked out. It's a must for all northern explorers. Just watch out for those charging dogs, and don't leave the car unattended. So really, the biggest risk you're running is getting a fucking ticket. So thanks, Craig. Here we go. This should be a good story. The Hellhound of Clinton Road. Okay, here we go. West Milford, I think, can stand out as a very weird town. In high school, I always hear of a road there with many legends. Clinton Road. How scary can one road be? How wrong I was. There are, of course, the stories. Like the little boy who died by the bridge. When you throw a quarter in the water, the boy will walk up and give it back to you. Then there's the little demons that dig holes at the side of the road. That explains the dirt mounds. Or the White Witches, or the Klan members. What's the difference again? White Witches, Klan members, who just stand in the, they just stand there. They just stand in the woods. The lights across the lake with no house to them, the castle, and blah blah blah. So we hitch up 2 cars, 8 people altogether, and went. Once through this 10-mile road, nothing happened, so we went back, and on a side road, we walked, at first, through the dirt road, but a strange light startled us, and we decided to drive. Nothing was around except for dense wood. I felt very eerie, and the trespassers will be shot on sight sign did not ease me. So we decided to turn around, and that's when I noticed something walking toward our car. It was too small to be a person. Well, this thing charged. All 8 saw the same thing, like an animal of some sort. We went 60 down this road with this animal on our backs. Finally, we get back on Clinton Road, got pulled over by a cop, and the animal just disappeared. And that's a likely story to tell a cop. You tell the cop that some fucking animal was chasing after you going 60 miles an hour. That's why I was speeding, officer. On the way back, we thought we saw a car vanish behind us and a yellow ball follow us. I thought maybe it was our imagination, but then I saw the scratch marks on my friend's car. People say it's a hellhound or the Jersey Devil. All I know is that it was not human. From Jessica. Okay. A likely story. The entire road is scary. One road in New Jersey that's really terrifying is Clinton Road off Route 23 North in West Milford. The road is well known for many mysterious occurrences and weird activity. Cross Castle, which used to be off Clinton Road, had dungeons where many bodies were found. Satan worshipping was active around Cross Castle, and the KKK was also rumored to be active in the area. The entire run of the road is scary. There are no houses on it except for the 2 farthest ends, and the road is 10 miles long, winding around the Clinton Reservoir. I once heard there was an insane asylum along the road, but it was shut down many years ago. Terrence Pond is also off Clinton Road, where the tripod rocks can be found. Many old cemeteries dating back to the 1700s can be found in the woods. You can still read the inscriptions on the stones. The old Clinton furnace is still along the road and visible when you ride by the falls. Never get out of your car, especially at night, because it is weird. I can tell you, where the weird things roam, that's where I'm getting out of my car. That's where I'm chugging a fucking beer and running into the woods like a madman. That's where it's all going down. Do not go there at night. I have taken a great interest in your webpage and will soon be a subscriber for life. My friend informed me, this is an advertisement, blah blah. I recommend checking out Clinton Road for your page, but do not go there at night. Even though that is when all of the happenings go on, because the people there will chase you out. This is not a joke. You can go look for yourself. There are no ghosts or anything, but a great deal of Satan worship and racial slayings have been going on there for some years now. Citation needed, by the way. Many of my friends have gone down this road for fun, and have been scared out of their wits by riding at night. They told me of seeing a satanic church, and some people running on the road as if to scare them off. People say that the cult and racist members like to scare people off so they can continue their slayings in peace, without police interference. People say that the cult and racist members like to scare off people so they can continue their racist and bigoted slayings in peace, without police interference. So I highly suggest checking this site out during the daytime only. Believe me, this is a well-known road, and I'm not lying. I assure you that I have absolutely no part in any slayings done on anybody, no cultural genocide, no nothing. I'm a good guy. But I know people who have been driven down the road and heard things going on and witnessed things lying around in daytime, such as loads of beer cans and blood. That's just rednecks, my dude. I myself have never gone down this road, and after the things I've heard, I never will. From Rebecca. And that's the end of the page on Clinton Road. What else? Is there anything else? I don't think so. I think that's going to be the end of this video, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. Thank you very much. Godspeed. I love you all. Goodbye.